I'm Ginny. Thanks for tuning into Prompt for this elections recap. Some votes are still technically coming in, so things are subject to change, but overall I'd say there weren't too many surprises, which means there's good news and bad news. First of all, good job for voting, America. The New York Times estimates that 114 million ballots were cast, which is super high for a non-presidential election. So let's start with the bad news, the US Senate. Ted Cruz defeated Beto O'Rourke, keeping Texas its regular red self. Not only did we not get enough seats for a majority, Democrats lost Claire McCaskill of Missouri, Heidi Heitkamp of North Dakota, and Joe Donnelly of Indiana, who were all incumbents. We did manage to flip Nevada, however, but the real good news lies in the House of Representatives, where we gained 26 seats. We told you your votes mattered. Dems now have a real seat at the table. We have a majority, plus we now control the House Intelligence Committee, so we can actually investigate Trump. We also did well with state governors, where we flipped 7 states from Republican governors to Democratic ones. That's Nevada, Wisconsin, Maine, New Mexico, Illinois, Michigan, and Kansas. Because fuck you, Chris Kobach. Unfortunately, Andrew Gillum lost to Ron DeSantis in Florida by a small margin. In Georgia, things are getting interesting. The polls are showing Brian Kemp winning with just over 50% of the vote. However, Stacey Abrams hasn't conceded yet. There are still votes to be counted, and if neither candidate receives 50% of the votes, there'll be a runoff in early December. So this is something to definitely watch. Anything could happen here. There were also a lot of important propositions across the country. Arkansas and Missouri both voted to increase minimum wage. Michigan just became the 10th state to legalize recreational marijuana. And Massachusetts upheld an anti-discrimination protection for transgender people in public spaces. Plus, Florida restored voting rights to 1.5 million ex-felons, which is amazing. Idaho, Nebraska, and Utah all voted to expand Medicaid, which will extend coverage to more than 500,000 low-income Americans. Also, shout out to Washington for voting to raise the minimum age to purchase a gun to 21. Although I have to say it's a little disappointing that that's the only state that had gun reform on the ballot. The bad news in this area is that Alabama and West Virginia voted not to recognize or protect a woman's right to an abortion. For now, these votes are basically symbolic, since under Roe v. Wade, the right to an abortion is guaranteed under federal law. Yet, one of the biggest takeaways from this election wasn't about a gain in Democrats or Republicans. It was an increase in diversity. Here's just a small sample. Over 100 women were elected to the House. Colorado elected Jared Polis, the first openly gay governor. Veronica Escobar and Sylvia Garcia are the first Latinx congresswomen elected from Texas. We had our first 2 Muslim women elected to Congress. Ayanna Pressley is the first Black congresswoman from Massachusetts. We also had our first 2 Native American women elected to Congress. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is the youngest woman elected to Congress. Finally, our government can start looking more like our people. Thanks for watching Prompt. Like and subscribe to support more videos like this one.